Welcome to all the classic camera enthusiasts, particularly for Alex in Canada. He's doing an XK 150 like I am. So we've been doing a lot of information swap because we're doing the body work and the chassis and so on, so we're trying to swap a lot of info. I did check this, Alex, and at the back here there's a small dent there, but you can see that's pretty flush all the way along. But as you said, when you come to the front of the door where the hinge part is, it starts to curve away, and you can see that quite clearly there. And when you go back, you can see it's flat, and then it's got this curve towards the hinge, but not on the back of the door. And from what you're saying is, you seem to have it on the back and the front. I'm not sure, but definitely from, I would say, from about 25 centimeters or so there, about there, to the edge of this door is definitely got a curve on it. You can see it there. So, and I checked these as well, and they definitely have a slight curve on them. Not at the back. The problem is that when you take these out, they're very tight on the ends, and you have to kind of jam them out. So it could be that I've straightened this up a little bit. In fact, if anything, I've bent it the other way. But there's definitely a curve on the front. There's absolutely no doubt about that. You can see that quite dramatically there. You can see that curve. I don't know if that's going to show in there, but it's definitely from there onwards. Anyway, I'll pick up the camera. As I say, we've got guests this week, and I play golf. This is my friend's golf bag, and I play golf once a year. Well, I practice once or twice a year when we go out and play. My old clubs are sitting in the corner there, and I don't get out very often. But where are they? In fact, just probably covered in dust. Yeah, that was the last time we went out and played. So a bit of a hacker, but I used to play a little bit. But anyway, a couple of things I wanted to show you. This is this plate that I've made up. You can see that this wing is not in line yet, because this has to be pulled forward onto the battery box extensions, but you can see that's much nicer now. And what I've done is I've raised that plate up to see how it would work, and you can see what I've done is I've actually put a bigger, I'll take this off and show you. What I've done is I've put a bigger thing in it, so you can see. It's just a test piece, and then there's a little corner cut out there, so you can see that that fits nicely over that corner, and when I lift up it's pretty flush. And we'll obviously use some kind of caulking compound, stop any water getting in as well. But these are just test pieces just to see. And I think Alex told me they're called finishers. I would have thought the cover plates or something, but he says they're called A-post finishers. So that's the way we're going to do it. And I'd say I've taken the edge right off, but this is only a test piece, but it's a really nice fit. I think you can see there that fit is nice. It fits on it really well. So that's what we're going to do. Going on to another part of the XK, you can see this is the brass inner fill ring, and we obviously had to cut it there to get it off. It had actually been brazed to the wing. You can see we've done some repair there. This is a complete new piece, and then it was lead loaded, and then there's a slight filler in it, but it's got to come down yet. And these rings get bent very easily. In fact, there's one here. I don't know if you can just see that indentation in it, so that's going to have to be built up with brass and then redone, because obviously you cannot leave that in. So you've got to paint all this first, and you can see where these holes are, and these rings have rivet holes in them. You can see there's still a rivet left in that one. So we have to kind of rebuild these bits. This is the thing with the older cars when you've got stuff like this. This has got to be painted first. It's been stone chipped inside, so we have to do all the repairs. On mine particularly, these end caps are really in bad condition. These are from this car, what was the white car originally. But you can see it's going to come up really quite nice, and it's kind of spring loaded a little bit. So you can see, if I can hold the camera, you can see that it's going to fit quite nice, but it all has to be painted separately and then put on afterwards. So I'll just push that in, but they are kind of, if I get this right, you can see it's quite a nice fit on the end. So yeah, lastly, I just was doing a little bit of sandblasting, and this is the other door, and you can see there where it's, if I can stand out the light, where it's kind of more speckled. Well, there's a kind of speckling, that's where it's been sandblasted. It's not fully sandblasted because I've got an issue with my gun now. I've used it quite a lot for quite a few years, and I get a problem with the trigger on it here, the spring. So I'm going to take that to get serviced. Really good gun. The one I got with the cabinet was absolute crap. Really a cheap and nasty Chinese thing. Not that everything's nasty comes from China, but I'm just saying, you get what you pay for. But this gun is really good, so I'm going to get it serviced, probably get a new nozzle, because if the nozzle and the Venturi are not kind of working well, you won't get the maximum pickup of the sand, of the sandblast. So I'm going to get that serviced and get everything checked out. And this is just the vent pipe. So you can put this basically into a bag of sand or any feed, and it'll work. So I think the nozzle's probably getting a little bit. Anyway, so I did that just to check it out, and you can see here I was just trying to get the end, so you can see now how badly damaged that is with taking out the spot weld. So what we'll actually do is cut this piece out and build a new one for it. You can see there, this corrosion. But once the sandblast is better and it gets into it, you can see, you know, once you really get into it, you can see how good it is. Trying to get that off with a grinder, you'll just ruin the panel. You'll just take so much metal off. It's not the way to go. Again, you can see, stand out that light. It's bloody cameras, isn't it? You can see there where it's kind of speckledy, and this isn't done properly yet. Anyway, just a quick one for today. We're off out to go and get an early evening meal, brunch, restaurant we go to. So that's it for today. There won't be much this week, I'm afraid, because as I say, we've got people till Saturday, and then we'll be really cracking on with a lot of stuff. So, but for the XK guys, it's a thought. As I say, I put a bigger bead in that now. I had a smaller one in it, and you can see, I don't know if I probably can't do this with one hand. Maybe I can film it. I don't know. I don't want to screw it up. I'll try and. You can see it makes a really nice beaded edge on it. So, thanks for watching in, and well, I better turn this off before I go. And I'll catch you up hopefully in a few days, maybe, after I get this this gun serviced up at this company called Ruby I deal with in Graz. So Steiermark. Anyway, take care. Have a good weekend, what's left of it, and bye for now. Bye.